What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to talk about where I've been for 5+ years. I'm going to talk about what's up in my life. And I'm also going to talk about this concept called your shadow career and what it is and how to properly dance with it.
Feeling Good with Noah Hammond-Tarot.
What's up, everybody? I'm back. And God willing, this will be the last time I ever have to say the words, I'm back. It's been over 5 years since I've been primarily focused on teaching, coaching, guiding. That's Lady Bell in the back. Say hi, Lady Bell. I've been doing it just sort of as my secondary focus, and my primary focus for the last bunch of years has been digital marketing, other people who do this, who speak and coach and guide and lead and train and support. And this is what is called your shadow career. It's a term that I learned from Steven Pressfield, and I love it. The shadow career is very simple. If your goal and your dream and your passion in life is to be the director of the film, your shadow career is when you are the director's assistant, or when you're the lighting choreographer on set, or something like that. And so for a guy who since 2008 had been teaching, leading, coaching, guiding, being the guy on the camera, etc., for me to spend 5 years marketing and doing digital marketing for other people who do that, that was my shadow career. Now, I share this because it's important to recognize where you're at. If you're dancing with your shadow career, it's not necessarily wrong. Trust me, I did it for 5 years. But damn, you got to know that you're doing it, and you got to have an exit plan. So let's talk about that for a second. I want to tell you a story. Towards about 2016, 2017, I was running this successful marketing agency for other thought leaders, coaches, and consultants. And I made a decision in the business that we would launch our own program instead, but it was in the business space. It wasn't about holistic health. It wasn't about self-development. It was about teaching coaches how to grow their coaching business. And the thing flopped. It flopped so hard that I had to fire my team of 10 people, and I had about $200 in the bank with a $2,800 rent payment coming up and no idea how I was going to pay it. My life was sort of in shambles, so to speak. Around that same time is when my dad got diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer. He had a tumor on his liver about the size of a football. And to make a long story short about that one, we healed him up in no less than 4 months. He was completely cancer-free. That was over 4 years ago, and he's been completely well since. I'll talk to you more about that in another video. That's how we started our hemp company, Feel Good Hemp, that delivers self-development alongside hemp CBD products, because that was a big part of how we healed him. But at that point, life was not looking great. I was kind of lost in my career. My dad was super sick, and I didn't know what to do. So I went to a place that I would consider to be, a temple. Literally, it's a temple, the Lake Shrine for Paramahansa Yogananda in Santa Monica. And this is a beautiful place, big lake shrine, lots of roses, and a huge temple founded by Paramahansa Yogananda, the guru who wrote Autobiography of a Yogi, who teaches or taught Kundalini Kriya Yoga, which is the same kind of yoga I've been practicing for over a decade every day now. So I went there, and it's sort of vulnerable, but whatever. I went there, and there's this one main temple where there's like 400, 600 seats. And I got in there, and there was no one there, which never happens. So I had this huge empty room by myself, just rows and rows of seats. And at the front, there is golden arched frames of the whole lineage of yogic masters to which my master belongs and to which I've learned their yoga techniques and which I practice. So it's like my homeboys, right? It's my spiritual team. So I go up to the front and I pranam, I bow down, and it just out of nowhere in that moment, tears start flowing. And I'm not talking about those kind of like, oh, one happy tear, wow, like emotional. Talking like blubbering baby, crying, I can't take life. Why is this so hard? Oh my God, what's going wrong? What did I do wrong? Why isn't it working? The kind of real sorry for yourself type of cry, right? Audible, out loud, in this big hall. And I swear it was an absolute blessing and gift of grace from the masters, because I did that for about 45 seconds, maybe a minute. And then I suddenly felt compelled to just stand up and go sit down in the front row near the masters and meditate. So I stood up, and literally the moment I stood up, people came in the room. So it was like this gift from the masters, this gift from God, that I had this moment to just let it out. And then I could go and meditate. So I sit down for this long meditation, 2 hours plus. The end of it, I'm blissed out, right? I'm back to my center. And I'm sitting, now that I'm centered, I'm sitting and I'm asking for guidance. And the guidance that came through shocked me at the time. The guidance that came through was, quit all your social media 100% completely. Delete your profiles, get off there, right? I didn't delete my YouTube channel, but I deleted my Facebook, deleted Instagram, deleted all that crap. Stopped looking at it completely, took it off my phone, off my computer, completely left all of it. And that was a shock for me at the time, because I'd spent plus, 100,000 plus of my own money mastering and perfecting Facebook advertising and all these social media marketing techniques. And so to be told this was rather shocking. In retrospect, I see that that was another gift, something I could have never came to on my own. I would have never done it. I was too stubborn. But hearing that guidance very clearly, feeling compelled by it, I acted on it, right? And that was about four and a half years ago. And what I've been doing since then is a lot of self-development while dancing with my shadow career, right? Playing in the space of doing what I can do proficiently, but is not my life calling. That's the shadow career. Something you can do, it earns money. It's not your life calling. It's not your highest use of your time. But what I will say is that there's a purpose for everything. I'm not calling that time imperfect. It was absolutely perfect, because sometimes in order to have something worth saying, you need to shut up for a second, right? And I had been out there on YouTube since 2008, telling everyone how to live, how to be better, how to grow, how to transform. But there's this quote from Babaji. He says, until the breath enters the Sushumna Nadi, which is the spiritual channel in the center of your spine. It's very, very tiny. It's like an atom or two thick, but it's a spiritual channel in the center of your spine. It's where all true transformation happens. And the quote from Babaji is, until the breath enters the Sushumna Nadi, all philosophies are mere ramblings of a fool. And I might have paraphrased that a lot, a little, but you can get the point. It's like, until you don't know nothing. And then even when you do know, you now know enough to know that you really don't know nothing. And so that's a place I've come to. And after all these years of personal development, spiritual seeking, self-development, spiritual healing, holistic healing, whatever you want to call it, taking an active approach to feel good in my mental self, my emotional self, my physical self, my spiritual self, right? Holistic well-being. After all these years of doing it, I'm finally clear, and the universe has made it abundantly clear, that it's time to do what I do again, and it's time to serve all of you with every ounce that I have. And I'll tell you, there's a lot coming, because for all these years that I've had to shut my mouth, never stopped my brain. So I have this journal with ideas of things I wanted to make content on that I could literally scroll. It might be 25, 30 pages long of just a couple lines of a video content idea. And I've been keeping them in storage for 4+ years, and it's finally time to give them to you guys. So I figured talking about your shadow career would be a great way to come back and say what's up to all of you guys. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. I've got a great company called Feel Good Hemp that is here to give you holistic healing techniques. There's a lot of stuff available at feelgoodlibrary.com, totally for free. Premium level courses, totally for free, so you can already go and check that out. And I won't make this video too long. I'll just tell you, I'm happy to be back. If you're dancing with your shadow career, throw it in the comments below. Let me know. What's your shadow career? What's your real career? What's your ikigai? Look it up if you haven't ever heard of that. Ikigai, I-K-I-G-A-I. It's a Japanese term that means purpose for life. And there's a way to find it. And it's a cool model to look at to support you in understanding what your true work in the world is. But anyway, drop me a comment below. Say welcome back. I won't be leaving again. I've done a lot of transforming. The wisdom beard is long enough now where I think I can stay, where I think I'm allowed to share things that have made a massive difference for me, for my clients over the years, people I've worked with even while I was doing my shadow career. I had a handful of personal coaching clients who I created massive results with and for. And I'm looking forward to passing on every ounce of wisdom I've got. Life updates, got an awesome dog coming to you out of the mountains outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. Been having a lot of fun out here for the last couple of years. And I've got a 6-month-old girl. Her name is Lakshmi, and she's the light of my life. And I'm so happy to be back serving all of you. And I'll see you guys soon in another video. Cheers. Ready, Ladybell? Okay, go. Okay, go.